welcome to Tim's Tiny Arcade, where today we're going to be going to Arcadia, America's Playable Arcade Museum. It's in McLean, Illinois. We're going to do a road trip today. It's 35 degrees below zero out. I've been in the house the last couple weeks, and it's time to get out. So we're going to go on the road. I'm going to go pick up my nephew, and we're going to head on over. All right, so here's Luke.
I'm excited to be going to Arcadia. I had a fun time about a month ago, playing a bunch of side-score beat-em-up games, and I'm just ready to be back.
All right, well, let's go. Tim's Tiny Arcade. I'm here with John.
Hey, nice to meet you, Tim.
Nice to meet you. We're going to do a walkthrough today and check out his arcade. All right. So he's got right here. Yes. Thanks for doing this. Right here, he has like a little lounge area with. Does that play all 80s music?
That's got mostly 80s music that my friends recorded for me, and then also my favorite music, which is Depeche Mode and Barry Manilow and Owl City.
Oh,
You'll
nice.
find a lot of those three because that's what I listen to. But then there's a bunch of 80s stuff on there too.
Yeah. Love the 80s. You gotta have the 80s if you're gonna have an arcade.
Yeah, that gets a lot of play.
Okay, good.
And that is an actual Wurlitzer made in Germany, but it was like 2010 or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a new one.
Yeah, I like that.
But
then you got what? Space Mission.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that one. I've not played that one before. That looks like
it's a good classic pen. And I'm going to replace it as soon as the snow goes away. You picked about the coldest day in history to come and do this.
Yeah, it's like, what, 30 below outside today, so.
Yeah, and once it warms up and the snow melts, I've got a Captain Fantastic that I'm going to replace that with.
Okay.
And I'm going to move that over to Pinball Paradise.
Then we got Donkey Kong. That's one of my favorites. You got to have Donkey Kong in an arcade.
Yeah, and the speed up is kind of funny. I was just going to sell this thing, but I got it already and played it, and I thought, that's actually a really fun game. And that kind of gets down to the point of what I'm doing here. A lot of these arcades, they're trying to find really rare stuff or to shock people. That's not really my mission. I want stuff that's fun to play. Yeah, you want something that kids are going to play or adults or whatever. Yeah, and have a good time. That's the whole. I want everyone that leaves here to have a smile on their face. The driving games probably do pretty good for you, don't they? Yeah, they do. The sit-down driving games. Yeah, they always used to say anything with a steering wheel will get played. Right. So yeah, that's what Chase HQ too. There's nothing classic or just a lot of action, a lot of fun. But it's just a fun game, Exactly. And I rotate these out pretty quickly and put in different stuff. Okay. And my other goal was I wanted to put in the common stuff. Everybody else wants rare stuff. I want the common stuff because that's what everybody remembers when they come out. Because I'm not getting, I don't know. My target audience isn't the game geeks that are like me that appreciate Major Havoc. Right. They're not gonna play that as much as. Yeah, the people that I'm targeting are people who've never heard of Major Havoc and couldn't care less if I had a row of 10 of them. So, right. Then you got Millipede Centipede. Those are some of my favorites. Yeah. Super Mario Bros. Pinball. Yeah, and I'm slowly going through all these and fully shopping them and LEDing them, and I'm replacing them with color DMDs, but that's so darn expensive that I can only do it
now. As
one
far
at
as
a time.
Wear and tear, are you fixing more pinball machines than you are arcade? They take a lot more abuse, don't they? Yeah, I have to spend quite a bit of time keeping things running because one of my missions is to try and keep everything running. I don't like these arcades where 30% of the games are out of order. So, like right now in here, I think I've got one that's out of order out of 70 some Oh,
And
okay.
it's because a part broke that I cannot find anywhere. So maybe in your video, somebody has this part. Please
Okay.
contact me.
That's right. We got Water World, Twilight Zone. That's an awesome pinball machine. Love that one.
Yeah.
Number one here. See this one a lot. This is like one of the most popular ones here. Adam's Family.
And a lot of these are pins that I bought new back in the day. I mean, and operated, and I just held on to them. And
Okay.
like this Medieval Madness I bought new
Yeah.
for $2,900, brand spanking new. Now it's worth what, 10 grand? Who
Yeah, I was
knows
gonna say
what.
it's worth a lot of money
It's
now.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
And I have a system where people write post-it notes if they find something wrong. This one, the drawbridge is kind of wanky on it. So
Okay. Yeah.
it works, but I mean, I just disabled the drawbridge until I can find a new one. It's gotten bent.
We got Revenge from Mars.
Come here, you villain for me.
That's a cool pinball machine. I like that one. I
Yeah.
played that last time I was here.
And I've got a Star Wars I'm going to be putting in once I.
Oh, yeah, I played one of those. I just tested one of those out about a month ago.
Oh.
The brand new one?
No.
No, an older
I'm
one?
talking the Pinball 2000.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. You'll probably notice I don't have a single Stern in here.
Okay,
And
no.
that's not because I'm a racist against Stern.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a Bally Williams guy.
Okay.
and Someday I'll have Sterns.
We got Aliens.
This is the game that is needing a part. It's that orange plunger.
Oh, okay.
Little-
To kick the ball.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
really fun game. The kids absolutely love that game, but that stupid thing broke. I'm about to get one machined out of solid aluminum and just have it put in there
Okay.
because I don't know what else to do.
Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, the
Mushroom World. That's a pretty
It's,
neat little
it's a
machine.
neat little game, but man, is that hard. That's harder.
I
than
haven't played
than
that
the
one, no.
full-size one, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give that one a shot. You got the two-player
Yeah, I
gauntlet.
chose to put in the two-player just because, as you can see, I'm trying to pack as many games
You're
in
tight
as I
on
can.
space, so yeah, that's
plus
the way
that
to
is rare, so that's my opportunity to put in a rare version of a common game. So
Okay.
anytime I can do that.
Yeah, I hadn't even seen this one. I always see the the four-player one. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
neat to see.
Yeah, and it's neat because you can pick whatever character you want to play on it.
Right.
So,
And Super Sprint by Atari. I used to play that a lot back in the day.
oh, me too.
I love that
That's
game.
a go-to game. for
That's
me.
a good game.
That and Championship.
Yeah, Championship also.
And then I've got its predecessor here, Sprint 2, side by side.
Yeah, black and white.
Yeah, this is a nice. It's amazing how fun this game is for 1976. I mean, if you think about it, it's one of the first microprocessor
Wow.
games. Just amazing.
Yeah, this is a great game. And you can't duplicate this at home with the steering wheel. So I mean, you got to come to the
and the
arcade.
shifter.
Yes.
I mean, it's great. Looks like I need a new battery in this thing. It keeps losing its settings.
So we got Atari Race Driving.
Yeah, the smaller version, just because of space again. There we go.
And Time Crisis.
And yeah, this is one of the few conversion games. Almost everything in here is original dedicated, but
Okay.
original Time Crisis is so enormous. This is actually in a paperboy cabinet. I didn't do it.
Right.
And someday I'll convert it back to paperboy
Oh,
because I've got
okay.
all the parts to do it. But
Okay.
for now, it was a nice compact cabinet. So
Right. So then we got Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 2.
yeah,
Those probably get
probably-
a lot of play, don't they?
yeah, they're probably the two most classic fighters.
Oh yeah.
I've got, well, eventually, I'm sure I'm going to be expanding this thing. I'm constantly expanding, and I've got every Mortal Kombat and every Street Fighter
Oh, wow.
and every Tekken and every Virtua Fighter. All of those I've got in my warehouse, and I'm
Okay.
someday I'm going to have a section with
That'd be awesome.
all the fighters. So no matter what you liked,
You'll have it.
I think I've even got that junk like Survival Arts and Martial Champion.
Oh.
Which are just embarrassing
Yeah.
games. But somebody, I'm sure you've heard the saying is that somebody has every game as a favorite. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
somebody
saying
does.
it right, but yeah, every game there's somebody out there that's their favorite game.
Right. We've got Cruisin' and then Robotron, which I love Robotron. That's one of my favorites. Is
Yeah,
Robotron.
oh, yeah.
Every
It's
time I
probably my
come,
favorite.
I always play Robotron.
That's my favorite Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do have this Ultracade, which
So
just-
it's got several games on this
yeah,
one.
it's got all the Capcom stuff. It's just stuff that you can't really
Well,
find.
for space, you got to do something like that.
Yeah.
It gives people an opportunity to
I got
play
a
those
few of
games.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, Sit Down Stun Runner. I don't see those too often.
No, that's still a great game.
Yeah.
Especially for its time.
Yep.
Primeval Hunt is
Shooting game. with guns.
Yeah, it's hunting dinosaurs. It's kind of an odd feeling, you know, to,
Right.
to walk up to one of those huge long necks like that and just start blowing its head.
This probably gets a lot of play, though, I bet.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's fun. And this is kind of a hidden gem, this Ninja Assault. I got it fairly recently. I'd never seen it back in the day. It's really a great game. Namco makes really good gun games.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Now, these guns are probably pretty expensive to repair. Do you have to repair very often, or no?
Well, these have been replaced with the cheapo hats.
Okay.
So now, but the others I've got in here, like the Time Crisis and the Point Blank, yeah, they've got those $400 hat or Namco recoil guns.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got tons of extra parts, so it's no
Okay.
problem for me to rebuild them.
Right. Back here we got defense.
Other one like it in the world that I know of, it over in England, I think.
Oh.
You notice the artwork on it's
Yes.
different, and there's kind of a funny story about that. I found that one back 20 years ago in some warehouse buy from somebody, and I thought that was aftermarket artwork that somebody had slapped on there.
Oh.
That wasn't original. So to me, it was like the dog Defender of all the ones I owned. So the first guy that came along wanting a Defender, I sold him that one because they didn't really care. And I thought, oh, good. He didn't notice that it had the wrong artwork. And then years later, I saw an original flyer for Defender, and it was that artwork.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
thought, oh,
What was I doing?
And so I
Wow.
found the guy, and sure enough, he was happy to sell it back to me.
Okay.
In fact, it had broken like all Defenders do, and so I bought it back and fixed it, and here it is.
I love Defender.
Yeah, it's well, over in England, that's the #1 game. That was their Pac-Man or their Space
Right.
Invaders. So
Just another multicade here?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, Xevious
it was
cabinet.
originally a Xevious in here, but
Right.
I cannot keep an original Xevious going. I am not too proud to admit it.
Okay.
I've got 10 sets of boards on my shelf, and I can't get any of them working right, so I just threw a 60-in-1 in it.
And back here we got a Circus Charlie, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Circus Charlie.
yeah, that's a fun
Don't
one
see
for
that
kids.
one too often either.
No, it's a fun game. One of my daughters loves that game. That's why it stays in here, even though almost nobody plays it, but she likes it. So.
Right. And we also have, this is a Cabaret?
Yeah,
Of,
Asteroids Deluxe Mini.
Yeah. Don't see those. I don't. Yeah,
I'd really rather have a full size in here because they're so gorgeous with that
Oh,
3D artwork in
yeah.
them. But just to save space.
Yeah, so this is Asteroids Deluxe. I like Deluxe a little bit better than Asteroids, but that's just
Yeah,
personal.
I prefer the original personally, but I like
Right.
them both.
Oh, so then we go right here. We got the
Yeah,
Simpsons.
Oh, I love this game.
Yeah. He last time we were here, he dumped a lot of money in there. He wanted to beat the game. This one probably does pretty well for you. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
it does.
You get a lot of multiplayer going on this one. 4-player.
Yeah, Irritating Maze, this is another real unusual, because it's dedicated. This is the only one I've ever seen. The neat thing about this is it's got an air compressor in it that when you're trying to guide this ball carefully through caverns, and if you touch the wall, it flashes strobe lights at you that are hidden somewhere
okay.
here, and it blows in your face with this air compressor. So it really it startles you, and they named it perfectly because it is really irritating.
I've never seen that game anywhere else.
Yeah. It doesn't do very well, and it just irritates people, but I just leave it here because,
Yeah.
I don't know, it fits so nicely in that space.
All right, then over here we got some more. We got Crazy
Oh, yeah.
Taxi, Jamboree, Safari.
I used to hate these cabinets, but it's become my favorite cabinet just because I love the way these look.
Yes.
So I'm
they do look
looking-
nice all together, all four of them.
Oh, yeah. I think they call it the Net City cabinet, or I think that's what it's called, but I'm looking for any other, so if anybody sees this video and you've got a title in this cabinet that I don't have, call me or contact me, I'll buy it. I know they made Outrun 2 in this cabinet, and that's one I really
Oh
want.
yeah, Outrun 2.
And they keep popping up like on the forum or on eBay, and I miss them. They sell
Right.
cheap, and it drives me nuts. But it'll go right there when I get that
Okay.
Outrun 2.
Yeah, right there
And
you
this is kind of a rare, at least in the U.S. This is the European version of Point Blank 2.
go. Okay, I was gonna say I hadn't seen that one before
It's
anywhere
a
else
lot,
either.
yeah, it's a lot prettier than the American version. So,
Then we got
Terminator.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I played that here before. I like this game.
yeah, and I've rebuilt that with some new solenoids, so it fires really well and vibrates well. And And then this is only in here because it's one of my favorites.
Tutankhamun?
Yeah, nobody plays it, but
22. I love this game.
yeah, I do too.
I have this on my. One thing I have it on is the Atari 2600, which is much better, but I do own a copy of it that way. And we got Dark Silhouette.
Yeah, and I need to,
Scope 2.
I got a few of these. I need to link a couple because it's actually a pretty fun game when you link because you can fight the other guy.
Oh, that would be cool.
But
yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Got the space constraints, but
Right.
once we expand, Spy Hunter Cockpit. It's all right.
Yeah, over here we got Spy Hunter Cockpit.
And this is a game that's been here since I opened, and I've been open about what 8-9 years now. Mm-hmm. Just because it's such a classic.
I used to play this all the time
So
in the
fun.
arcade.
And I've got a new seat for it. I'm not a purist like a lot of people. The seat's broken, but you know, it works. And
Yeah, exactly.
I could put the new seat on, but then the new seat would just break because they're cheap plastic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I love
I
Spy
don't know.
Hunter. Then we go to the Star Wars area.
yeah.
This get quite a bit of play.
It actually does. I'm surprised because I think it was kind of considered a dog when it came out. I'm not sure.
I think so.
But it gets a lot of play. Of course, you know, they keep making great movies, so it
The
probably
movies
keeps the
don't hurt
interest.
anything,
Yeah,
do
I'm
they?
sure they don't hurt. And it is really fun now that I play it. When it first came out, I really didn't like the way all you're doing
Is it
moving
inverted
the
or is
target.
it no?
No, you
No.
can choose.
Okay.
And I don't have mine inverted, but this joystick is like brand new. So
Yeah.
I bought it from a guy who had just completely restored the thing. Although his application of the side art leaves a little bit to be desired. The other side's perfect.
Yeah,
this side looks
nice.
like
You got
it's
Luke
been
and Han.
underwater or something. I don't know.
And then the Princess
But-
right here. So that's a nice.
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
not a purist though. And we got the original
Then we
Star
got the
Wars.
original Star Wars.
And that one's got the little thing where you can flip it between Empire Strikes Back and
Oh,
Star Wars.
okay, I didn't know
I
that.
had it on Empire Strikes Back for a long time, but nobody played that, so
Okay.
I went back.
And does this hold up pretty well? This machine?
Well, my nickname or my seller name has been Vector Man. I've been into Vector games since
Yeah, I like that.
the late '80s, so it's no problem for me to keep it working. But yeah, the monitor blows up about once a year, and I have to either fix it or take it to the shop and rebuild it again.
Right.
But I can do that blindfolded now. I've worked on so many Vector games.
This one's what? Is this got another 60 games in this one, or just Pac-Man games? Okay.
Yeah, the
Pac-Man Plus.
original board, the sound went out and I couldn't get it going, so I just threw a 16-1 in and just enabled all the Pac-Man games.
Okay.
I know it's embarrassing, guys.
No, I tell you what. For space, it gives you more games to play.
I've got like 4 multis in here, but everything else is running original hardware. I haven't J-rocked anything. It's
Oh, okay.
It's all on original hardware,
That's awesome.
except for those few multi games.
Right. So we got Ghost Squad. I don't know
Yeah,
much
this
about
is-
that.
This is another one that I think is a great game. It's really fun.
Just want to get a lot of play. A lot of these gun games get a lot of play. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, anything with a gun. We're in the Midwest. We're in Trump country. So you know we
Yeah.
like our guns.
Right.
I'll get playing this and sit at it for 20 minutes. It's just so much fun.
Choose your mission.
Oh, the
Middle one there?
Air Force One is pretty fun.
All right. I'll give it a little go.
Unit Alpha, do you copy? We have just received an emergency call from Air Force One.
It's based on the Harrison Ford movie. I think
Oh, I
you've
got you.
Although
But what we do
a little bit, there's a lot more terrorists in this than there are in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, and you can
Well, it's
change
got-
between full auto and with a little phone switch. And like any good game, you can shoot just about anything and watch what happens.
Right. Oh, yeah. I like that. It's got a little bit of it's got the vibration.
Yeah. If you hold it up against your shoulder, it's actually made to give you some feedback right in your.
Right.
Under control.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
And right here we got a lot of classics in this row. We got
Yeah,
Tron.
midway row.
Yeah. We got Tron. Tapper. Now, Miss Pac-Man, now I played this last time I was here. It's got Fast Miss Pac-Man too, doesn't it, in it?
Yeah, I put this one in specifically because it's got a weird board version that I only got one of. A 2-bit score. They made a special add-on to the board that would give you like a choice of 12 games or something, and I just thought it was unique enough. It's almost historic in and of itself.
Right.
And it looks like I just noticed this morning, looks like the green gun's going on it too. So probably swap that.
And we got Gallagher. That's another one of my favorites. This probably gets a lot of play. Yeah. I love playing that game. It's classic for me.
I've been operating Galagas since, I started a little route when I was in college in the early 90s. I've been operating Galagas, and it actually does better in here than any Galaga I've ever operated.
Really?
I think it's just because I'm getting people in who really appreciate classics.
Mm-hmm. And the classic Pac-Man. And then Burger Time.
Yeah.
And then another classic pinball, which I don't know much about that one.
Target Alpha, it's the same as like El Dorado and Solar City. This is the 4-player version. It's probably one of the best Gottliebs just because of all the targets. And this one was home use only when I bought it. I found it up in Chicago in some old lady's house. Her husband had bought it, new from the factory, and now it's nowhere near home use only because it's been in here for 8 years.
Yeah, right. That's a neat game there, that Zeke's Peak.
Yeah, I had that in my parents' basement for years and years. We've loved it for years, and then
that's a challenging game.
It is. Although once you master it, I can get to 10, no
can
problem.
Can you? Okay.
And everybody in my family can just because we played it for years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, when you first walk up to it, it's intimidating.
Super Hang On and Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Did that get a lot of play too?
No, not really. And unfortunately, the play it does get isn't good. It's little, 6-year-old girls will come up here and try it, and they don't even weigh enough to trigger these pads. I'm almost running up and giving them their money back because it doesn't work well. But that'll probably come out. Then I'll put in something else. But it'll go in the next expansion.
Okay. Sorry, if we go ahead and go to the next building.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the new. Well, it's expansion we opened about a year ago called Pinball Paradise. And I was just commenting to Tim that no, it doesn't get very much play because it's so funny. I don't think people realize it's here. Right. They come to the Arcadia, and I've got a sign on the door saying, "Hey, Pinball Paradise now open 100 feet away," and I point over this way. And I watch people every day. On days when people come, they come out of the arcade, they walk down about 100 feet, they look around, and then they try a couple doors, and then they go back in. They don't, and it's because during the day you can't see the neon sign.
I gotcha.
I need to get a bigger neon sign made and do something. But yeah,
you got a lot of great stuff in here. They're messing up.
Yeah, I know.
You got some classics in here. Theater of Magic. I love this guy.
Yeah. There's some decent pins in here, and I'm constantly, rebuilding new. I've got another 150 pins in the warehouse, so I'm constantly pulling them out and chopping them and rotating stuff around in here. So probably just about every time you come in here, there's going to be some new ones.
Okay. Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, and I've got 2 of those, one in each place, and the reason is they actually get a lot of play. People really like that game. Mm-hmm. Another shock to me because back in the day I thought, man, what a dog pin.
Right.
But I've developed an appreciation for it. It's different. I hated Gottlieb pins back in the day, and now I'm starting to get into them because maybe it's because they're new to me, so it's almost like finding a new gem. Right. But they're really not as bad as I think I was more judgmental back then, and I'd write stuff off without really thinking about it.
Okay.
And Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
That's been redone with a color. One of my few that has a color DMD. Raven's about to go because
she's starting to go.
Oh, I'm going to take her out.
Okay.
She's not getting the love that she looks like she needs from the picture on the back.
Exactly.
She looks like she's missing something in her life. What a vacant look on that girl's face.
Yeah.
If you were standing out in the jungle firing an M16, don't you think you'd have a little more passion on your face?
I would think you would have a lot different look than she has on her face right now.
But yeah, she's got to go.
This is a classic, Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. That's the only Sega in here, I think.
Okay.
I'm working on a couple others right now in the shop. Yeah, and this
machine.
This Pride of Pinbot I got from Indiana Beach. I don't know if they mind me saying, but it was totally shot. I mean, I've
you
never
just
seen a pin so worn out, and I
refurbished everything?
Yeah, I just refurbished it, and it looks pretty good.
It looks
now.
good.
Cabinet's all faded.
Yeah, I don't play a ton of pinball, but I do like this one.
Yeah,
This is one of my favorites.
it is a fun one.
I like this one too.
Yeah,
I love these gun holder for the
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's got a ton of depth, and it's a Dennis Nordman, and I keep thinking, someday I'm going to really get into Demolition Man, and I still haven't been able to, but I know that it's got the capability, it's got such deep rules, and it's got so many good shots, and I'm just, someday, I'm going to really get into that game.
You got RoboCop.
Yeah, that thing, man, it's been on the death row for a long time with me. Just because it keeps, all these old Davies pins, everything will break on them, you know what I mean? It's like a solid piece of steel in there will just snap in half for no reason. They're just, I don't know what the deal is, but I think after about 20 times of me coming over here to fix stuff, I think I finally got it where it's 100% and it's going to be solid.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm giving you too much detail there.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
We got no fear.
Yeah, I love Steve Ritchie stuff. I love fast games.
This one's a neat one here. I like this one. This Video Pinball by Atari. Now, has that got a mirror in there?
Yeah, it's got a mirror. If you look shine up under there, you can see
Yeah, up on top.
it's reflecting that, and then the monitor's back behind a mirror. And it's amazing. This is what, 1978? Mm-hmm. And they really got the physics right on the ball. When you play that, I think it feels better. I might get in trouble for saying this, but I think it feels better than one of those virtual pins.
Yeah.
Those virtual pins, with all of today's technology, they haven't figured out how to do it where there isn't a lag and it just doesn't feel right. This thing, when you flip the ball,
It's just like the real thing.
it's the real physics. It's like
Right.
they need to, take the code off of this and put it.
Some of the new ones they got.
Yeah, this I'm not proud of, but hey,
Yeah,
it's
Big
a
Buck
fun
Hunter.
game.
Yeah.
The Big Buck Pro, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And hey, we're in the Midwest. What can I say?
Yeah,
We
exactly. People
like
won't
to
play
shoot
that.
things. Yeah, I was just testing this last night. That's why there's balls on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a kind of a unique foosball table I found it in Decatur, just stumbled on it, and it's actually an imported Italian professional foosball table.
Oh, okay.
And I like the fact that it's got tempered glass here so people can't steal the balls.
Right. Yeah. I have a foosball table at home, and my girls love playing
Yeah.
foosball.
Yeah, we're trying to have something for everyone, and this a lot of
just
people really have
something
fun with
extra. And here we got some of the older pinball machines.
it. Yeah, some little skinny wedge heads.
You know how old some of these might be?
This is 62, I believe.
Okay.
So it's the oldest.
Wow.
This is pretty new. It's like 75. This one's 77. Can you believe that was 77? It looks like it's from the 50s.
Yeah, I would never know.
But yeah, pinball's come a long way fast.
Oh, yeah.
And this one's 73. This one was donated to the museum too. I don't have very many games in here that were donated. And the reason there's no card here is because I'm planning to put in something giving honor to the person who donated it, and I haven't gotten it done yet.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that was very generous, and it plays great. It's in really good shape.
You got track and field.
Yeah.
Some more arcade games.
And
Yeah.
this is not a dedicated, but I put this in because personally to me, this is a really cool game because it's from Vintage Arcade Superstore
Oh, wow.
in Glendale. That is my good friend Gene Lewin, who's been doing this for 40 years. And he's just a great guy. He's one of the nicest and most knowledgeable guys in the industry. And I just stumbled on this on a trade-in that somebody had bought this from him. And I think he said they paid like $3,000 for it or something.
Oh, wow.
It's in a looping cabinet, but he did such a good job on
It
the
looks
conversion,
great.
couldn't
I
believe
would not
it.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown away. So anyway, this is my tribute to Gene Lewin.
Yeah, it looks really good.
That's kind of an abomination. It's a
Oh.
moppet that somebody converted to a Ms. Pack, which I then turned into a 60-in-1.
Okay.
But it's for little kids,
Yeah,
you know?
hey, exactly. It's just about having fun.
Oh yeah,
We
got
got some-
some vault. This is where the bank vault was. This used to be a bank building, obviously, but the door was missing, and I couldn't fit pinballs in here, so anywhere I can't
got
fit
some
pins.
memories in here.
Yeah, and I got a couple of unique ones. The Tron, I've got a marquee on order, an original. That's not the original marquee, but
Right. Last time I was here, I did play the Assault game. That was the first time I ever played it. I enjoyed playing that.
Yeah,
It was a fun
Assault
game.
is awesome. I'm gonna. It's been upgraded to Assault Plus, and I'm gonna downgrade it back
Okay.
to regular Assault because I've played it a bunch, and I don't think Assault Plus is as fun for
Right.
everyone. But yeah, it's actually like a remake of Battlezone. Is what it is. Got another.
Yeah, you have another one of
Mars.
these.
Don't really need them both, so I'll probably sell that one.
Okay.
But I figured I'd.
And a Black Knight, that's a good machine.
This is the first pinball I ever. That's not true. This is the first really good pinball I ever owned. Back in college, my good friend Matt Walsh, who works for Machine Zone now out in Palo Alto,
Okay.
he worked at Williams as an intern in 1989, I think it was. And while he was there, they had this in the cafeteria at Williams, and he talked him into selling it to him. And then when he graduated and moved off, I bought it from him, and I've had this. It was in my apartment in college, and
Wow.
I've just redone it completely.
It looks
with LEDs,
wonderful.
and, yeah, and it plays like brand new.
Wow.
It's actually got it had the it's got prototype boards in it, and it's had a prototype back glass which I framed, but it's
it's
a little bit
beautiful.
unique.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's like a double decker there.
Yeah. And this is this is really a horrible game, but it was one that I played a lot when I was in high school. They had it at the local Valley Arcade, and I had to track one down and get it in here. But yeah, it probably gets the least play of everything in here because
I was gonna say I had never even heard of this one before.
they didn't make very many of them.
Okay.
For good reason.
Mystery Castle.
But you gotta love a relationship between a robot and a woman. See
Yeah.
that? I mean,
It's got great art.
yeah, it's pretty cool. She looks a little more passionate.
She does look better than the other one, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mystery Castle, another really rare game. I think they made like 200 of these.
Oh,
but
wow.
This is really a fun. This is in my top 5 favorite pins.
I'll have to give that one a shot because I haven't played that one.
I think it was designed by Mike Gottlieb, and I went to a seminar where he talked about it, and he designed it because his favorite game was Black Knight 2000.
Oh.
So it actually plays like a mirror image Black Knight 2000, and really good rules and depth. It's an awesome game.
You got the Shadow.
Yeah, I need a new display in it, so it's off
Okay,
right
it's
now,
off
but
right
it's
now.
working other than the display.
Okay. Roadshow.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
isn't there another? There's another pin that has the head in it too.
Funhouse. Yeah.
Funhouse. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I've played Funhouse before, but I have not played Roadshow.
Yeah, it's fun to watch people play this that have never seen it. They're kind of freaked out.
Right.
What another white? Well, actually, this is.
What is this one? Whitewater?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is in my top 5 favorite too. This
Oh,
is
okay.
a great pinball.
It looks. I like the board on it.
Yeah. A lot of depth
A lot of
to
stuff
the
going on with
rules.
that one. Yeah.
Star Race, very uncommon. Gottlieb, one of those huge wide body System 80s. I just put it in here because I love the artwork on it. Yeah, this is a nice old original Kiss. It's player's condition, but it plays really well.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of it, we should probably show Voltan because it's, from what I understand, it is the rarest Valley solid state pin. And it's got Dave Christensen art. And,
Oh yeah, that's got beautiful art on it.
yeah, I need to shop it and LED it, but it's a beautiful game. I love the artwork of Chicago being nuked.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because every time I'm in Chicago, that's kind of what I want to do.
Right.
So
Right.
I think, wow, he was really a prophet.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway,
All right. Well, yeah. Once again, thanks again. And if you haven't been to this arcade, you definitely need to come check this place out because it's got a lot of games you don't see anywhere else. So,
Yeah.
but once again, yeah, thank you.
thanks, Tim.